The premise for Tokyo Ghost can be told real quick. It takes place in a not so far away future. Mankind has polluted nearly everything and traded Earth's nature almost completely in for the wet dream of a crazy tech geek. Everyone's connected simultaneously to every porn and bullshit game show, or can indulge in every possible virtual reality. Nanobots can morph your body into He-Man or Barbie doll, while some pop star mass murderer creates a serious body count on the street, playing Doom in real life. It's a screwed up techno paradise, if you will, or in the words of one of the side characters, quote on, "Life hurts, the world is fucked, and that's not going to change." So what does Fleck do? He gives them emo packs, total control over what they feel, immediate gratification. Quote off. That aforementioned Mr. Fleck is some evil mixture of Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Trump and Putin. Some techno overlord who is king and pope in one, and got literally his dick sucked from the media and whatnot. By the way, this is again a comic with a lot of dangling penises in it. Maybe one trend in modern comics. Anyhow, I continue my quote. People want to feel good, be entertained, eat salty shit and come twice a week. And provided they do, they'll stay quiet. Quote off. According to Tokyo Ghost, that kind of mindset of the unwashed masses will lead to total indifference, dictatorship, destruction of the last natural resources, and eventually to the end of mankind as we know it. This sounds frighteningly plausible, I know, but unfortunately as the premise for a story, not too original either. It's a bit sad, but I'm increasingly numb against these kind of ecological end-of-the-world fantasies. The more so when it's coupled with a positive counterpart like in Tokyo Ghost. We learn that in Japan there is a region that is tech-free due to an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse that renders all electric gadgets useless. Ironically, a technical device to end all other devices. And it seems that's enough to heal the world, to regain control, to get back to a stage of an innocent paradise. Yeah, the setting of the story as a cynical satire is not the most original one, I'm afraid. In terms of political satire or criticizing our tech-loving world, a book like Brian K. Vaughan's and Marcus Martin's Private Eye, for an example, has a much more interesting leverage than Tokyo Ghost, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure that a lesser creative team than Rick Remender and Sean Murphy could have failed completely to get my attention with this kind of story, jaded and hard-boiled as I am. But Rick Remender comes up with some hilarious sequences, surprising twists, poignant lines and original ideas how to introduce us to this future world. The characters are far more than mere stereotypes, even though it may look so at first glance. The innocent, nature-loving girl and her nethead boyfriend, the villainous Mr. Fleck, and especially his techno-powered henchman, David Trauma, are characters that you won't forget too soon. But to be honest, I have enough Remender for a while. His way of splitting up his text in mini-boxes and mini-bubbles who are connected to long bubble chains started to annoy me a bit. Does he think that we are not able to read his text when it's in one box? That we can only read it when it's spoon-fed in small portions that are scattered randomly on the page? Well, I didn't know that I had that lot of negativity in me when I started that review. Actually, I do like that book quite a lot. To be more precise, it's one of the best books I've read this year, but it slowly begins to dawn on me that this is far less due to Rick Remender's writing and much more because of Sean Murphy's art, which transcends Remender's overstrung black and white / bad and good sci-fi satire into a colorful spectacle. And speaking of color, as much as I enjoyed Murphy's art in black and white and punk rock Jesus, Tokyo Ghost is hardly imaginable without the lush colors from Matt Hollingsworth, who proves once again to be in the top league of today's colorists. But back to Sean Murphy. His layouts and designs of motorbikes, other vehicles, and over-the-top car races of clowns, samurais, landscapes, and dystopian city scenarios, and that cuddly red panda and whatnot, they're just a joy to watch and to follow in his scratchy, virtuose depictions. And to be fair, it's of course Rick Remender's merit to give him all the stuff to draw, which he can draw so damn well. Even though I would dare to ask the question if there is anything that Sean Murphy can't draw. Finally, but not unimportant, this oversized hardcover book deserves the tag deluxe without any limitation. Soon binding, thick paper, bonus parts with variant covers, sketches, and the script for issue 1. You can't ask for more. Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.